everyone, and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've been working on lately. All of these are works in progress, but before I get going with that, I wanted to make a quick announcement about this week. On this coming Wednesday, April 19th, I will be joining Heidi Parks over on her YouTube for a live talk. We'll be discussing topics like having a sustainable art practice in small business, creativity, all that good stuff. I'm a big fan of Heidi's work and follow her on Instagram as well as YouTube. She specializes in quilting. I always think it's cool to see what she's working on, so I highly recommend checking out her stuff as well as joining us for the live talk. And it's going to take place at noon Central, which is 1 p.m. for me here in Eastern time zone. So yeah, feel free to join us or watch that once it's been aired live on Heidi's YouTube page. So I'll put all of the information in the description of this video, and I guess I'll try to figure out how to make an announcement on the YouTube announcement section of my page. And I'll add the links in the description to both Heidi's page and the link to the live chat. Now for the stuff that I've been working on. I guess I'll start with the piece that I have right here because I'm sitting at my work desk. It is another alchemy bottle, which is something that I do somewhat regularly. This one's a heart-shaped alchemy bottle, and I already started beading it. It's gonna have like a black beaded background up here with these blue drops, and then I'm thinking a blue background possibly matching these drops because it's a color that I don't really use that often, and already the color story is annoying me, so I want to bring in some maybe red and pink, maybe gold and silver, green for the leaves. The whole thing's gonna be beaded. So that's one thing I've been working on. This is a hoop. I've just been kind of beading it in the mornings. I have another hoop on the floor that is based off of a drawing that I did, which I also have right here. And the drawing is a prompt for a goddess altar with candles and a sacred cup and a heart and a dove and a crow. This drawing is a lot more detailed. Like there's a snake holding the candles, there's a moon with a butterfly. There's a lot going on, and this is a simplified version of that drawing, but it still has the crow and the dove and the heart and the cup. So I'm using these large stones that I've had around, and then I'm surrounding them with small seed beads. I'm trying to have it look a bit like a old reliquary or like sacred object, and then the cup is going to be beaded entirely in gold. I'm not sure yet if I want to embroider the sword and the snake and the candle and everything else, but I know the cup's going to be beaded and probably the heart's going to be beaded. That's that. I actually have a pile of things on the floor. And my glove patterns, which is they're patterns that I've made adapted from the Simplicity pattern, but I had to draft my own for the gloves that I do because the pattern that I have is for stretch fabrics, and what I want to be making gloves on is like linens and cottons and stuff. So I did end up using it to help me make my own pattern, and I have some glove ideas that I would like to draw out later tonight because I have like a whole project that I'm excited for. I want to get started on my chariot gloves, but I also want to make like plant witch gloves or green magic kind of gloves. I have this beaded floral hoop that I started a while ago and have not touched for a while, and that's just because some other things have been more exciting to me than this piece, but it is going to be really cute. I like the challenge of really reducing the colors and having it be a bit more graphic, but haven't really touched this one in a while. Let me see. I'm gonna have to show you some stuff on the floor. So over here is a jacket that I started, and I love the embroidery that I did on it. This is the back of it. It's not finished yet. It is a bit of like an Edwardian almost pattern. All this lining and piping is pinned, so it looks really lumpy right now. The reason it is taking me so long to finish is I've lost momentum since it's been really hot here. It just feels like summer's already here, so why would I make a jacket? You can see there's puff sleeves. Yeah, all this needs to be hand stitched tightly so that it's less lumpy, but there's an embroidered rose, there's a lily. This is inspired by the magician card in the tarot, so I have an infinity beaded and an eye. a little butterfly. This has honestly been a struggle because it looked so cool until I put the piping in and the lining, and then it got really lumpy, and now I'm not sure if that was a good idea and should I take it all out or should I just follow through and finish it. I'm not sure. The ties, also not sure if this was the best fabric choice, but it's what I had. So anyways, that's that. Either I'm going to finish it or I'm going to pack it away and save it to finish for the fall. I just moved us into the living room space where I have this hoop. I can't remember if I showed this in the last unfinished works video, but I'm still not finished with this. It is like a goddess tree, I suppose. I envisioned it fully embroidered, but I might incorporate some beading in it. And I wanted the color to be very muted with some touches of black and red. Over here, I have a shirt that I thought I could embroider. I don't really wear it that much. This is one of my own shirts. Not sure yet what I want to do on it. And I also have a sweatshirt that's not touched yet, but I thought I would embroider thistle on it. Not sure. This is a sweatshirt I started a while back and haven't worked on. And that's because the texture of the sweatshirt is very difficult to embroider. And sometimes it's really hard to tell when you're picking something out at a thrift store. Even if it's soft, it might be really tough on your fingers. And then as I was working on it, I just kept finding stains on it, so I'd have to like draw more all over the sleeves. The thought of spending all this time on something that was just like shredding up my hands has made me not want to work on it. I also have these pieces that are for a halter top that I drew out like 2 years ago. I don't even know where the drawings are on this. I think this one has some drawings on it. Yeah, just like kind of a floral blue halter that I also have to sew together. So I have the pattern pieces over here by my thread. And this is my organized thread. So that's something I want to work on now that it's getting hot out. I have my alchemy tapestry over here that I made a little bit of progress on, but not as much as I'd like to. I really want to finish this, but I think most recently I finished all the roses and I added this other dragon, or I beaded the other dragon. So now I have to do the flame heart, flame eye, the symbol, I think it's a symbol for Mercury, and then this lion inside the heart container leading to 3 flowers. So it's not that much that I have to do, but once that's done, I'm gonna have to figure out how I want this finished, possibly bordered in some red velvet, I think. Then I have another hoop here that I drew out inspired by a tarot pull. I think this was the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. This hoop was inspired by, so haven't gotten started on that one yet. I have this top that I started months ago and haven't touched, which is a top inspired by offerings to the goddess. And there's a lot of fruits. There's doves, crows, cosmic egg, lots of flowers, coins, grapes, daffodil, flame, shells. There's olives. On the back, I have some candles with goddesses on them, a piece of cake, spiral, a harp, an apple. This is just like a super intense piece that's going to take me a long time, and I was so excited about it, but I haven't really touched it. And then lastly, I still have this tapestry that I drew out for a video, and I haven't really been working on it. I got a little bit farther, I think, from the last time I touched it, but that was like months ago that I did this work. So I just have about half of it left to do, and then also have to figure out how I want it finished. I envisioned like a really colorful floral frame around it because there's not much. There's like touches of colors in these flowers, but mostly it's going to be black and white. I think this one's going to take a lot of time as well, and that's probably why I haven't touched it that much. Let me go back to my desk and we can talk more. Oh, I forgot about this one. This was gonna be an Aquarius piece, and then when I went to the Philadelphia Museum of Art with my friend, we saw a case of lover's eyes, and it inspired me to try to make my own lover's eyes in a piece, and maybe with like a really fantastic pearly beaded frame within the piece, within the hoop. But this is as far as I've gotten. And then there's still this piece that I haven't made any progress on, and I'm not sure what I want it to be. I also have a good deal of clothing that I want to work on for the spring and summers, but I don't have anything drawn out yet. I just finished a couple tank tops this week and that was exciting. I think I've been just swept away with springtime and I guess my focus is all over the place. And I also have projects that I want to make for myself, like ruffled skirts or easy shorts to wear when it gets really hot, that sort of thing. But I am excited for projects coming up, and I guess I've really been focusing on managing my small business, which is like the making and selling of my work. I am trying to be a bit more business minded. It's not necessarily something I talk about too much. One of the largest balancing issues I have is the difference between making work that you really want to make and making work that is more likely to sell. And I think that there's definitely crossover between those two, but lately I especially need to be putting what I really want to do on the back burner and focusing on having affordable pieces in my shop. Like Mother's Day is coming up, so that's something I try to think about. I want to make some hoops that would be appropriate for gifts for your mom, floral stuff, and spring inspired animals. I don't have too much more to say. I wanted this to be a short and sweet video, and it's been a while since I made a video, so I thought I'd jump back into it with something easy. But yeah, that's the stuff I've been working on, and I think tonight I'm going to draw out some gloves and get started on that. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Feel free to come join me and Heidi for the live chat this Wednesday. I will be back with another video soon. I really appreciate everyone for the support. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and bye.